Hey everybody, how's it going? It is December 15th, 2022. It's a Thursday. You know what that means? Monster Strike news. Let's get a load of what is coming up next. And I don't think anybody predicted what was coming up in this news. So if you did, kudos to you. You should really go bet on this kind of stuff. But let's get going. Of course, The Abyss will be coming next week on the 21st of December. You will be able to play that again. And of course, don't forget that by clearing any 10 stages in The Abyss, you will be able to get a free 6-star pull. It is a single pull, and you got one for the Tower of Champions, one for the Uncharted Lands, and the last one is for The Abyss here. So please make sure to not forget about that. We also got the announcement of a new Chokyu Kyoku Insidious quest. It will feature Enpedios here in a wood element, and he will be making his debut on the 20th, and he is a Monster Strike Day exclusive quest, so you will only be able to take him on Monster Strike Day. Yeah, and I think the art looks really nice, so make sure you pick him up if you can. And of course, since it is a Monster Strike Day exclusive quest, we get the Fu sealed version also available for him. If you clear him with the restrictions that are given with the Fu quest, you will also be able to pick up this awesome looking alternate art as well. They also announced a new Impossible Kai with Mythril Kai here. She will be making her debut on the 23rd of December. If those sub-bomb combos tickle your fancy, you can pick up one. Remember, it's random which one of those 5 you get. I guess it's a little fun, but of course don't forget that sub-bomb combos do have a dramatic reduction in terms of power, so usually doesn't make it that much worth it. But here is the big surprise of the news. We got a announcement of a collab. We've never gotten a December collab, and it is actually fusing it with the Christmas gacha. So we are getting ReZero Alpha monsters for this Christmas. I mean, this year has been full of collabs, so I guess it shouldn't be that surprising that they would throw this at us just before the new year. Good luck, fans. The collab begins tomorrow, December 16th, noon, Japan time, so that's not that far away from now. So get ready. We are starting this collab off with a bang. And of course, we are going to get the monsters, as I said, in their alpha forms. So we will be getting Emilia Alpha. She used to be a light monster. She is now going to be a dark monster in her alpha form. And her abilities look like the following: Pierce, Speed type. We've got Super Anti-Damage Wall, Super Anti-Warp, Down Position Killer. Again, that's any monster that is in the lower 50% of the screen will be a target for this killer ability. You also get Super Laser Stop, and then on the gauge you get Super Anti-Speed Down Wall and a Strike Shot Turn Reducer. Both of those are on the gauge. Strike Shot is a speed and power up, and she will do a fancy follow-up attack after done moving. Of course, I highly recommend you to watch the official videos on whether it's through the news or through the channel when they feature these monsters to see what exactly is going on. Of course, if you care about the details of the Strike Shot, that'll definitely be in my rundown video a few days after the gacha is available. You also get the bomb combo of Super Clone Bullet and Super Defense Down Blast. The second gacha monster will be Rem Alpha, and she will be, instead of her water element in the original, she will be a wood element for this Alpha series. She is a Pierce Balance type with Super Anti-Damage Wall, Super Anti-Wind, Anti-Transform Wall, Super Laser Stop, and then on the gauge we get Super Effect Recovery, or sorry, not Super, too many supers, Status Effect Recovery, and Barrier Bestow, which, remember, if you are able to touch 3 of your friendly units, the 3rd unit will get a barrier. Strike Shot is a speed and power up, and there will be a follow-up attack after she is done moving. Again, watch the official video to see the details of that follow-up attack. That's always the case with collab monsters, right? And then the bomb combo is a Super Yo-Yo Bullet and a Rampage Wall Bomb. Rampage Wall Bomb, always fun as a bomb combo. So pretty darn nice. And then last but not least, we have Ram Alpha. She used to be Fire type. She will be a Water type in her Alpha form. And here we have a Bounce Balance combo for her. Super Anti-Damage Wall, Super Minesweeper M, Null Element Resist M, fire element resist, and then on her gauge she has anti-speed downwall and status effect inner strength. Strike shot is a 12+12 speed and power up, and there will be a follow-up attack to the first hit enemy. Bump combo is the 3-way follow-up pierce bullet, where remember, you touch her, touch enemies, you mark them, and then after you are done moving, 3 bullets will fire towards that enemy and each enemy that is marked. And the other bump combo is bump combo and speed up. So not bad at all for these monsters. Definitely looks enticing before the new year OP monsters hit. So be careful. The gacha will begin on the 16th of December, but interestingly, it lasts until January 2nd. So what that means is you do have the option to pull on New Year's before you say, I'm going to go ham on this gacha. Now, of course, you wouldn't be able to use it for the collab, but we only have 3 events. We're only going to have 3 events announced for this. I'm going to spoiler that a little bit, but it's interesting that you do get the opportunity to see which new monsters are going to come into the game on January 1st. And then you could theoretically decide to go crazy after that New Year's gacha comes in. So very interesting that this is overlapping the New Year's event. And that also means it's going to overlap with what other events are going to come up leading to the New Year. So this is going to be a very, very trafficky gacha for Monster Strike at the end of 2022. So please be careful about your orb count. Make sure you're thinking about it. Or if you're fine with swiping your card, enjoy, but please be careful. Of course, with the revival, we get the old gacha back. So if you missed out on the first attempt of ReZero, you can try to pull for the original monsters as well, as you can see on this screen. If you look here, I'm not exactly sure if the 4 5-star monsters are going to mimic these ones. They didn't say. There's no details about any alpha 4 5-star monster, which I don't think happens, but very interesting to think about. However, this does say that the alpha monsters will not come out of the revival gacha. Normally, before it's like volume 1, volume 2, each of them would show up in the other gachas, but at a lower rate. But this is saying that the alpha versions will not show up in this one, so please be careful about that. The event monsters are also getting a Christmas theme, so we've got Elsa and Meili available to farm, and you also get Betelgeuse in a very comical Christmas theme, which I think looks pretty awesome. These 3 quests will be available starting from the 16th and will last until 2022 ends, December 31st, 2359 Japan time. So enjoy collecting these monsters for sure. We also get the old original collab quests. They will be back in the library for you to farm if you missed out on them on the first way around. You'll have until the end of 2022 to finish those as well. Also, if you missed out on Puck, you can get him again. Now, he is very similar to... I cannot remember the name for the life of me right now, but there's another character that has a very similar effect, but different requirement. I think it's a good idea to get both so that you can pick and choose based on your situation on what is easier to activate or not. The other one was hit based. This one is going to be number of pairs of monsters you can kill in a quest. Very much worth it. However, do note that for those of you who have already finished Puck before, that count is saved, so you will not be able to over farm these crystals again for the future. If you've already done it, there's nothing to do here. It will say you're at your max for this quest. Now, we do get something new out of this, and it will be the Doki Doki Xmas missions. You'll see that there is a grid here, and you will be taking on these missions. And when you take on a mission, based on how you clear that mission, you will take these different paths you see on the left. Whatever path you end up in the end, the goal post, I guess, panel, a character will be hiding here, and you will be able to get a present from them, which is really nice. Now, how this works, as you can see, is mission A. There's going to be 2 requirements to go on different paths. The first path says all you have to do is clear the quest, and then if you do that, you will go on to panel B. if you are able to clear that quest with some kind of requirement there in the question marks, they're not spoiling it for us right now, you will go to path C. And then you'll keep going along those paths, clearing these missions, and then end up in a reward. So the different paths will give you different rewards. So as you can see, day 1, you'll go through A, C, F, and then you'll end up on the pink one. But when 4 a.m. hits in this game, which of course is the reset time. Sorry, this is 4 a.m. Japan time. Please make sure you adjust to your respective time zone. You'll be sent back to the beginning of the path. So do make sure that for each day you reach the end of the path so that you can maximize your rewards, right? At 4 a.m. every day, you'll be reset to the beginning, and then you can retake another path, right? Like that's the gimmick of ReZero, right? That Shini Modori, they say right there, right? You die and come back to life. You get to redo the path, take a different path, get another reward. That's how you maximize your results. So here are your rewards. The first row shows you all of the rewards that you can get by taking a unique path for that day. You can get, if you get 13 unique paths, you can even get that lovely super scroll, which is very nice to have. And then you can see the goal panels on the bottom. These are the 8 different characters that you could end up in and the rewards you can get. You can see there's 2 Tokudamas there on the left, and yeah, the biscuit looks really good too. Bill's not too bad either, so make sure you collect as much as you can. Login rewards are also available for the collab. On days 1, 3, and 5, you'll get the respective good job sticker that you see on the screen. On days 2 and 4, you'll be able to pick up a Tokudama, which gives you a free single pull on the gacha. Of course, 20th is Monster Strike Day, so you'll also be able to pick up another Tokudama that way that is exchangeable for luck. And if you have 3 or more lucky monsters, you can also pick up 10,000 soul points, which is not too bad. We also got the announcement of a Transcension Kai for Anubis. Of course, Shiro, very a loving character for Shiro there on Game With. And I was watching his stream as well, and they said this is Lucario, which I thought was funny. But yeah, we've got Super Speed and Pierce, Anti-Magic Circle, Anti-Speed Demo, Regen M on the main, no gauge for Anubis here. Connect skill, Super Anti-Damage Roll, Recovery L, and Bump Combo Boost. That Recovery L is a new ability, first time anybody's gotten the L version of that, so the amount of healing he's going to do is going to be very, very nice. The requirements there are very simple as well, 2 or more different types, so 2 non-speed types, or a total luck of your team totally greater than 100, greater than or equal 100. Your strike shot, well, simple speed and power up. So these are really good multipliers essentially. So we'll have to see how good that is. And then the bomb combo is the Chozetsu Pierce Homing 8. I see people poo-pooing this bump combo. Don't forget, this is what Mikazuchi has. This is a very strong bump combo and should not be taken lightly. Very nice. And Super Defense Down Blast to help increase the efficacy of your attacks to whatever enemy gets caught in that blast. So very interesting kit for Anubis here. Definitely seems like with Magic Circle, Speed Down Wall, and Damage Wall, seems like you can have a good generic use for him when newer gimmicks come out. So should be interesting to see how he comes into play with his new abilities. And that is it for today. Monster Strike news will take place same time next week on the 22nd, 4 p.m. Japan time. And here are your lucky monsters. Not surprising to see Betelgeuse there from the last collab. So if you finished him already, you're going to get a leg up on that. Otherwise, hopefully you finish the other. This will be good to help you farm if you have 3. So if there's a time you want to farm for Max Lux, it's this for a collab. And that is it for me today. Like I said, pretty awesome news. I don't think anybody was expecting a ReZero collab along with an Alpha Gacha. It was usually, are we going to get a collab? Are we going to get Alpha Gacha? I was pretty set that it was going to be Alpha, because historically we don't get collabs in December. But again, this year has been nothing but collabs all year. So I guess I shouldn't be that surprised that they snuck one on us just before the new year happens. But like I said earlier in the video, please make sure you think out your orb usage strategy. There's going to be a very strong monster that comes at the new year. He or she is going to be amazing. However, they will also be in that gacha for the rest of the year. On the other hand, this is not only a collab, but this is an alpha gacha. So, alpha gachas come back rarely. Collab gachas come back rarely. Yeah, and you can't really ever, depend on a collab coming back. So, to have these alpha monsters come back again, we're going to have a third edition of the V0 collab, which of course goes really down. The chances of that happening goes really down, right? So, this is probably your only chance to get these 3 monsters for a long time. That's a hard decision to make, right? You're going to have to make a big decision here if this is something you really love, for example. Also, don't forget, there's going to be other gachas coming out until the new year. We're going to probably have some kind of look back gacha, some kind of all-star gacha. There's going to be a lot of things tempting you up until the new year. So please make sure that, one, if you are spending money, you take care of yourself and understand your limits, right? Make sure that you spend responsibly in this game. For those of you who don't pay in this game, like myself, or non-in-app purchase players, be careful how much you spend on this gacha. Or, like I said at the earlier of this blurb, acknowledge that the new exclusive character will be there for the rest of the year, and you can be patient. But you're gonna feel there's gonna be a little bit of FOMO there, right? With those monsters are pretty darn good at the beginning of the year. And don't forget that there is guaranteed to be a new year outfit for last year's legends. So it's a lot to think about. This game never ends. Anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button, subscribe. When the collab comes out, I will be here for the latest updates for those strike shots and any other details about the collab that you may be wanting to know about. You're gonna get the best English content here from me. I think I can confidently say that. So definitely subscribe if you have not. ENG Monst have all of the slides that you saw here, so if you want to see them again, you can check them out at any time you want on Twitter, ENG Monst. Discord is also available for you to talk with other folks who love the game, speak English, and can help you out as well. So that's it for me tonight. Until next time. Bye bye.